The man had just opened his door when an arrow suddenly shot into the door frame. Confused, he pulled off the note and took a closer look. It said, "Fire, one shot into the air with the gun in the basket, and your rent for a year will be paid." Too good to pass up, the man loaded the gun and fired into the sky without hesitation. Meanwhile, a nearby driver was just getting into his car when he found a note waiting for him too. It said, "When you hear a gunshot, drive to 2nd Street and your car loan will be cleared." He didn't think much of it and tossed the note out the window. But as he flipped down the sun visor, a roll of cash dropped into his lap. Then a gunshot rang out in the distance, so he hit the gas and drove to 2nd Street. Right then, a rough-looking man appeared and told him to stay put. He then took an envelope from the car and handed it to a jewelry store owner. Inside the envelope was a message. "You have 5 seconds to pack 10 kilos of diamonds, or the 2 men in suits beside you will detonate hidden explosives." With no other choice, the owner handed over the diamonds. But what he didn't know was the men in suits only had to stare at him angrily to earn themselves a brand new custom suit. Next, a few couriers came and collected the diamonds, then loaded them into the driver's car and told him to return to where he came from. When he arrived, a man in sunglasses took the diamonds from the trunk and loaded them into a sports car. Just like that, a flawless robbery was completed without the mastermind even showing up. Later, the police chief rounded up everyone involved, but strangely, none of them knew each other. It was as if they had no idea they'd just been part of a jewel heist. Out of options, the chief turned to the last suspect, the man in sunglasses. But he claimed he hadn't seen a thing. Turns out he was blind. His only task was to walk 5 steps forward with the bag. In return, his eyesight would be restored. Now that the investigation had hit a wall, the chief had no choice but to call in India's greatest detective, a shuck.